3, 2, 1. I just sprayed it everywhere.
It's all over my face.
Yummy.
Delicious.
Oh, delicious.
All over the new couch. Yo, kick your feet up. That's what the lounge is for.
Yeah, I can't, or I'll destroy everything that we're recording right now.
When did you get this couch?
We got it on Tuesday this week.
Is it like brand new?
Yeah, it's new from where'd we get it? The Brick.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we went into Deerfoot Meadows, and if you're looking for furniture, go there because there's like 19 furniture stores just in that plaza. And we shopped around, and we ended up going place to place and walking in and finding a sales associate immediately and being like, look, we're not paying more than this. What do you have? And they take us to like the tear and dent section and all these horrible things. But this one's brand new. It's not like a used or anything.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's comfy.
When I went to the Brick to buy my mattress, I was the same way. I was like, this is how much I want to pay. I want to get out of here as soon as possible. And the woman just looked at me like...
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to deal with you trying to upsell me things. Just give me a mattress.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, with this one, the lady was like very nice. Like, we told her we're not paying more than this, so whatever you have, we'll take it. Otherwise, we're leaving. She's like, okay, well, the cheapest thing I have is $100 more than that, but I'll see if I can sell it to you for the price you want. And she did. So,
I mean, it would be a little bit different to host anything here without a couch.
I would set up at the table.
So
that would be my workaround.
What happened to your other couch?
It got thrown in the dump.
You didn't burn it like a celebratory burn?
Did something happen to it, or?
We suspect that it was a either a source or had some sort of bed bug issue.
Oh, great.
Because Nick had bed bugs, and I know many people sat on that couch, but I've sat on it tons, and I don't have bed bugs. But also, it was just a really shitty couch, and we wanted something a little bit better.
It was a reason to get rid of everything.
We took the AC back, got our money back for it, and put that money towards the couch. So it ended up working out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good trade-off.
Good trade-off.
job.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 32 of the HastleCast podcast.
Last episode 32?
No.
I'm on top
Oh,
of it.
man.
Like a good host,
This
Alex.
guy. Why'd you invite him back?
Hey, okay, beef sauce for later.
Tonight, hosted by myself, Ben, we have...
Mason.
Spencer!
Steven.
Mason, you're new to the show.
Hello.
It's your first time.
Yes.
Welcome.
HastleCast version.
Welcome to the shit show.
Thank you. Or
Well, we've got an hour, so...
Thanks for having me. Goodbye.
Thanks, guys.
And good night. What's this beef sauce?
The shit talk I get. Every time I listen, and there's this little moment where it's like somebody's talking about something, and it's like, so Steven pops in and says, "Yeah, Spencer sucks at that," or something, and it'll be like a really quick like jab to the, and I'm like working out or something. I'm like, damn, dude.
So I saw you tweet about this. I went back and re-listened to that episode again. The only thing I made fun of you for was never playing Team Fortress 2.
No, there was another time too.
That might have been Justin. When they mistook Justin says, I pride myself in editing my videos.
That was Justin. That was not me.
No, but then no, he said something during that time about, I can't even remember what it was, but
I definitely didn't.
It was like, damn, dude.
Beef sauce. Spencer's a liar.
Beef sauce. Go check it out. The last 10 episodes.
Beef sauce, go check it out.
Please write us an email and let us know who's wrong.
What the fuck?
On Twitter later.
If you listen to our show, we don't like you. Beef sauce.
Man, we're starting this one off good.
It's gonna be like every sentence you start off with beef sauce. How you doing tonight?
Yeah.
Oh man. No, it wasn't that bad. Like, I don't really care. I just thought it was funny. I was just like out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, okay. Thanks, Steven.
Yeah.
It was definitely Team Fortress. The only thing I said was Team Fortress 2 that week.
Maybe it was
100%.
episode 30 or something.
I don't know. It's been like the
Or
last
29.
few episodes.
Oh,
Every
okay.
time. And then there was like, the little jab about the Edmonton.
Oh,
The Edmonton area. He's like, I'm not going to name names. But
somebody
somebody,
blew it.
and I'm thinking, I'm like, well, it's either me or Breton, and I'm pretty sure he's talking about me.
Oh, no, I name dropped Breton after that.
I know.
Yeah.
You just didn't name drop me, but I knew it was me.
So was it really Breton?
What? It was a little bit of I want to clear this up since I've been off the show for a couple episodes. I want to clear something up. The first game, even though we lost, I did very well in Edmonton. Everybody else, Pat hadn't got into it yet. Steven was still warming up. It was the first game, but I was like, I got like 15 kills. That was more than everybody. After that, I shit the bed, and everybody carried my ass. But other than that, I was like, damn, dude. Like,
I was gonna say, the way Steven put it, Pat did amazing throughout.
The first game, no.
Nobody's gonna rip on Pat though.
Pat's a good guy. He's actually back in town. He was texting me today, wondering if we were doing anything this weekend.
Are you?
We have no Halo things planned, but I'm sure like Houseland or something.
That'd be sweet. You should start recording Houselands.
Oh, you missed that one where I tried to record and it didn't happen.
Oh.
I had the Kinect on the Xbox One.
I know of it.
Okay, so I put that so you can use that as like a webcam, and I had set this thing up and to like view all 4 of the Xboxes, and I was like, sweet, this is gonna be dope for streaming and shit. The Kinect didn't work, so I could record, but I couldn't record the actual webcam part.
Oh man,
I was so pissed. So then that would screw everything, and everything's would be like, it was fucked. It's hard to explain, but annoying.
Fine, I get it, dude. This tonight was the first time that I plugged everything in and everything worked.
Yeah.
Like,
isn't it going to be nice when like in the future when you have like an office or something where you can set up and just leave it, and every time you come back to do the HastleCast, all you have to do is like turn the computer on, press record, and it's all good. Like,
yeah, I was talking about that with Nick before you guys arrived. It's just like ideally smaller couch, 2 chairs on either side, like everybody facing in, lots of space, all the wires hidden away. We don't have computers in front of us kind of thing. Or maybe just one person does, but the thing isn't run off of that one. That one is just for like reference and stuff like that.
Like one in front of you so that you can see everybody's mics if it's possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like just have whatever display streamed onto my screen, even if it's like an iPad or something.
Like that's what I've really been thinking about for like for recording between all of us. Like we all have these videos we want to do, and I thought, man, it'd be really cool to have like an office where we can all go and like you Rick can record your stuff in like a little office area, and like we all have like an office space. But that's so future, but like that'd be so cool to me, like have a place to go to record. Like, and then I won't have to worry about our roommate or a vacuum being turned on during my stream or anything.
Oh yeah, especially if it's a longer session. It's just like, well,
yeah, something like this, I'd be like devastated.
Yeah.
Well, especially because it takes like an hour to get through it all, right? Well, actually, last weekend, our episode with Justin, like we finished recording, and I looked down, and the little sound card thing with the blinking green light, there was a red light on one of them. And I'm thinking, did we just lose all the audio from that mic? But it ended up turning on after we stopped recording, and it just freaked me out because like Steven and I went back through it all, and we're like, okay, everything's still here.
That would be so,
we're good.
That would
devastating.
We were able to have the whole episode. Speaking of that, so last week we had a live macaroon on the podcast. I almost said the stream. On the podcast. Well, one day we might stream this.
I saw somebody else do that with have you ever watched Powered Down? It has Optic Midnight and this girl from Canada, Amanda the Jedi, and they do like a little just 2-person podcast together, and they did a live. I think they were planning or they did a live one this week, and I was like, oh, that's a really cool idea.
I was thinking about that today. It wouldn't be hard to set up a webcam and just Twitch whatever, but regardless, last week we had a live macaroon, and we recorded with him, and then got drunk that night and hung out for the weekend. So you guys have any fun stories from that weekend?
Well, there's gonna be a video about it. G Fuel and beer mixed together.
Oh yes,
that was
quite something.
It actually didn't taste that bad, unless you got like the powder in your mouth.
I will. I'll beef sauce for Justin. He said your footage is like useless.
Isn't that beef sauce against me then?
No.
On Justin's behalf.
Okay.
Surrogate beef sauce. Well, it's funny because like in the video, you started vertical video and then changed it. And I'm like, no, you have to start over because now it's gonna be vertical video on its side. And you're like, no, it's fine. You can just edit it in post. And then like everybody gave their footage to Justin, and he's just like, well, it's basically just my footage because everything else is useless. or Alex's footage from his phone. But I'm like, no, just rotate it, see if you can make it work. I haven't heard if he's succeeded.
I don't know.
Yet
We were talking
or not,
about it. So our whole big thing right now is PUBG, right? So we played all one night when you weren't on, and
you want to define what PUBG is?
Player Unknown Battleground. For people who don't know PC games, it's basically a King of the Hill type. Everybody drops into a map, and the last person alive wins.
It's Hunger Games.
Basically,
much,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah, the better one. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So we were all playing that, and we were talking about it, and he said that he's kind of given up with it right at the second. He needs more time.
That's fine.
Yeah.
There's no pressure on that.
No.
Except for right now, saying as we've talked about how we've done that. So
Yeah.
it exists.
Yeah, it
which
exists.
means
Well, apparently there's a lot of things that exist. They're just hidden.
yeah.
Is Dead by Daylight like retired now?
No.
Everybody's
Oh,
on-
I was
all-
hoping we could like do a game again.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I picked it up the other night just to get a round in. And I got the round in, and it lasted 5 minutes because the killer disconnected. I'm like, all right. Got my fix. But then I had other stuff going on. I was going to play it a little bit more. But yeah.
Good
we should
game.
totally-
It's just
it can be frustrating. I get so angry with games, and that one's not a good one for me.
I
Yeah.
was playing that Battlegrounds today, and freaking, I got to 4th place.
Yeah.
And this guy was right in front of me. Had no idea. I was laying down in the grass, being all stealthy. Started shooting at him from like point blank range. I had the wrong gun out.
Oh.
I had my sniper rifle, which I domed him with it and took his helmet off. But then,
Yeah.
of course, I'm waiting there loading, and he pulls out an UMP-45 or whatever, UMP, and just melts me. I'm like, damn, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Like there was two people around me. The one guy, I got 2 shots in, and then he hid behind a tree, and then this guy tried to run over and find me. He couldn't see me in the grass, so I was like, damn, I got him and didn't switch to my rifle. I was so pissed.
I think it was 2 nights ago, me, Justin, and Mason played in a squad match, which a full squad is 4 people. We only had 3, so already at a disadvantage. We decided to like drop in and among these shipping containers on the far west side of the map. And it's like, well, hopefully that the safe zone that slowly encloses isn't on the east side of the map, because otherwise we're boned. We basically didn't have to move, and nobody was ever near us until like the final sort of showdown.
like probably like final 10 people. Like
Yeah, like the ring just shrank around us, and we holed up in a little house, and we like each of us took a direction to pay attention to, and eventually it got down to the final 10, and we're like, well, the ring's shrunk too far. We need to now climb up this mountain. So we all 3 of us climbed up the mountain, all stealthy, got up there, killed like 3 or 4 people up there, and it was just us 3 and one more guy. And me and Justin were on one side of this ridge, and Mason was on the other, and he took out Mason, and then he snuck around and he took out Justin, and that just left me. I'm like, I had my sniper rifle out. I'm like, I need to switch to something more close range. So I pull out my AKR or AKM or whatever, and I scroll too far, and I pull out a smoke grenade or something, and I threw that, and then he killed me because I couldn't switch back in time. I totally blew it. So he won, and we had a squad rank of 2. So it was the closest we had ever come to winning.
Yeah.
With like almost no kills among us, because nobody ever visited us.
What it was like for me is I see you guys run up there. I hear the shots and I'm like, I have to get a kill. I have to. And I run up there and everyone's gone. And I'm like, okay, I missed out. So I go to try and hide behind this little hill. And then, of course, that's when I get shot, because that's my only mission in that game is to get shot. And then it was down.
Yeah.
Fun game.
It is a fun game.
Addicting.
I highly recommend.
It is fun.
I enjoy it. It definitely needs a lot of development. It seems very beta.
Yeah.
Even though it's a released game.
But already it competes with H1Z1 like so well.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
It surpassed it.
Yeah.
I've never played
I'm just going off
H1Z1,
of
so.
what like stream or like what is it? Twitch goes off like 100,000 people watch Pub Battlegrounds.
Yeah, I was say everybody who played H1Z1, the moment Battlegrounds came out, they all just switched to that. None of them have looked back.
Yeah.
So
there's a couple people that still prefer H1 because it's a lot more fast paced. Like you're almost guaranteed to find a gun right away. You're gonna be able to compete with people right away. Unlike me today, where I ran around with a pistol and a crossbow, shot a guy with a crossbow, and he turned on me. Pick up the crossbow.
yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
The crossbow's
I hit him in the
garbage.
head. Like, I lined up. He had no idea. I was right behind him. I lined up, shot. I was like, oh, I should get him. And he like just sprays around me.
Yeah.
No, it's no good.
So last weekend while we were hanging out with Justin, I think it was Sunday, or no, it was Saturday, and me, Sarah, Justin, and Steven were at the mall, and Justin's girlfriend, and Sarah and I had a dinner to go to, and we decided to bid our farewells, so Steven was still there with Justin and his girlfriend, and Sarah and I met with her mom to go to Bolero, the Brazilian barbecue near here, and so we meet up with Sarah's mom, and she's like, what were you guys doing? And we're like, oh, hanging out at the mall with some friends. And she's like, what, you didn't invite them to dinner? And we're like, oh, I guess we didn't. And, like, Bolero's not a cheap place, so, yeah. And so she's like, no, go ahead, invite them. We're like, all right, if you're sure. So we called them, and then they ended up coming by. And I've been recommending Bolero to Steven for quite a while now, so it was good that he actually got to
Yeah, it was incredible.
it.
And super nice of Sarah's mom to invite us out. Like,
Yeah. She likes to do stuff for people, so it's kind of nice.
Super generous.
Not that I ever take advantage of it.
Was that Saturday?
Yeah, that was the Saturday. Cause that was when I texted you. I was like, "Hey, we're all gonna hang out with Ben soon." And then like 2 hours later, you text me like, "What are you guys doing?" It's like we're still at dinner.
It's like 10 o'clock, and I'm just like, are they just like plans just changed? Did his phone die? And I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
That was cool. It was fun hanging out with everybody again.
Yeah.
Mine is playing Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there.
That game's horrible.
Sarah was playing it yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry
Yeah.
to hear that. I'm sorry for your loss of time in your life.
So my sister was in town, and she's like, Steven, she's like, have you been playing the Crash trilogy? I'm like, yeah, I played through it. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I heard it's incredible. I'm like, those games are not very fun. And I was just like, no, like, I don't get it. And she's like, well, mind if I give them a try? She's like, I remember playing very little when I was younger, but otherwise didn't have much experience with them. She's like, one of my friends who plays a lot of games is just raving about how incredible they are. And then she goes to my room, I sit down next to her, and she's just playing, and like she goes through the first level. She's like, okay, so it's gonna like open up and be better in the second level, right? I'm like, well, you'll see. And she plays for the first like 4 or 5 levels. She's like, this is awful. Like,
I don't get it.
And it's everything about it. I'm just like, I don't know why I'm not just playing like a side scroller
Who
or
wants
something.
to play a box breaking simulator?
Yeah, just like,
I understand it.
Like, it's not interesting. I roast it for being like absolutely atrocious. It's not bad.
There's
just
worse.
You heard it here, people. Steven said it's not bad.
bad. It's just like not fun at all.
No, it looks like it would get boring really
Yeah,
quick.
like.
I get the appeal of the like collection of things, the completionism of things.
Okay, yeah.
But I never grew up with a PlayStation, so I never really. That wasn't really.
I don't even think like we had a PlayStation once we were like 10, but we didn't.
I
have
knew
Crash.
about it, but we never played it.
Yeah, but like it was like what? I don't get the point.
It's just like, it's like the super linear levels. Like I remember this one point. So they switch to like almost a side scrolling level at different points, right?
Yeah.
Except you can still move like forward and backwards. So there'd be this enemy walking back and forth, and you'd go to jump on him, but you're slightly too far forwards, and you miss him. Except his hitbox is wide enough where he hits you. And I'm just like, so you just down there and like you obviously jump on them, but it's like, oh no, I was slightly too much this way, except like they can still hit from that far away, and you just die. I'm just like, that's dumb. It's just, I don't know.
It's weird.
Justin just released a video, first one in a long time.
The Crash Bandicoot one?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
I
it.
watched
That was a funny video.
Good video.
He's really funny.
And it's like he's got very good editing, and I thought it was funny because like right off the bat he's just like, I don't care what anybody says, I love this game. This one goes out to you, Sarah, girlfriend. And
Doesn't he say the same thing about Steve? Like
oh yeah, he's like, I don't care what you say, Steven. This is a good game, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good video. So go check that out. Alive Macaroon on YouTube.com.
Yeah. My friend took that picture of all of us and made my face into a meme.
Did he?
Yeah. It's a horrible picture of me.
Blake?
What? No.
Okay.
Me and Blake's friend Lan. He lives in Ontario, but yeah, he like sent me this meme, and it's like my face. He's like when you go into the chick's house and you find another guy there, and it's just like my face. I'm like, really? Oh man, yeah, it's a brutal photo. I was hoping he was gonna post one of the other ones where I wasn't down like that. Then he was like, #double chin. I was like, damn, screw you, dude.
Oh man,
you just get ruined by everyone.
I know. I'm
Just
used
can't
to
get
it.
to break.
It's alright.
Mason,
Yes.
you have a YouTube channel.
Yes, it's Annjinarrow. That's ANNJINARROW.
You nailed it.
Yeah, you'll find it.
Annjinarrow?
Annjinarrow.
Annjinarrow.
Annjinarrow. Same thing on Twitter, and that's about it. Play a lot of Dead
Sorry.
by Daylight.
Sorry, what was the name? What can you spell that again?
ANNJINARROW.
Okay, there.
Yes,
Perfect.
got it right that time.
Cool.
So, yeah, a lot of Dead by Daylight. I don't know. I'm gonna be playing a lot of different things.
Is it mainly just like Let's Plays sort of thing? or-
It's pretty much. It's whatever I happen to download on my computer and think, well, I'm gonna be playing it. Might as well make a video.
Yeah.
So,
No, I get it.
yeah.
Do you do much streaming? I've never.
I've
actually-
done a bit. I did a bit of Minecraft, and mostly it's Minecraft when me and Spencer hop on that server
Yep.
we have for everyone. So,
Yep.
but I don't do a lot of it just because I find I am very boring, and I'm very boring when I'm just doing a video not streaming. So I need to edit.
Oh, I see.
So not having that really takes the power away.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Sometimes we get very long silences on the podcast, especially when Steven is thinking about a word to define or a definition for a safe word. But yeah. You are just dying over there.
I am. This is actually brutal.
Do you want to actually tell people why you're dying?
I don't really want to go into too many details. We switched to night shifts at work temporarily, and I just finished like a 14-hour day. And then I've had a cold and just been awful.
We appreciate you coming down. I missed
Some
you.
of us do.
Yeah.
Some
You
of
know
us
what I
have beef
completely
with
forgot
you.
about?
What?
On Saturday, we had a Halo event that I don't think anybody showed up to.
I kind of remembered it, but I was just like, I feel if Spencer was going to go, he would probably ask me, hey, are you going? So I'm just like, I'm just going to assume I don't have to go.
Yeah, I completely forgot. I just...
Speaking of Halo events, did we talk about Toronto?
No.
I don't think
Talk
we
about
should talk
Toronto.
about Toronto.
We should talk about how brutal and horrible. Should we not talk about them?
I don't care.
No, we can.
It was
It
bad.
was
It
actually-
was bad. Imagine the worst possible thing happening.
I played
in
it
your
one
life,
really good game.
and that was it.
So this was a one of Spencer's Halo tournaments that he holds at the local Microsoft store, and yeah, we were versing the. It was Calgary Halo versus Toronto
Greater
Halo.
Toronto Halo.
Greater Toronto Halo, and they pulled it out. I'd say.
They got the W for sure.
Yeah.
We all had stellar games at one time. We just never played consistently and together in one game. So Steven had a few games where he went off. I had a game I think I did really well. And
Like
yeah.
Coliseum Slayer?
Yeah,
Or
Coliseum
CTF
Slayer. I had
Slayer.
22 kills. Yeah, that was about it.
Well, I had to sub in for your guys' carry, so
Right,
didn't really
right,
help.
right. How do you feel you did?
I felt like I did my part, considering everything that I could bring to the table.
I respect
You
it.
did fine.
Like for Slayers, I tried not to die because I knew that meant we'd lose. And for capture the flags, I didn't get a lot of kills, but I captured the flag. Like I got 2 captures.
That's really important.
I think
for
you were the only one who
games.
captured a flag that day for Calgary.
Well, there you
So.
go. Yeah, I was there to win via objective.
Hey, objective
and
players are
not
important.
lose. So yeah.
I would check the stream ever so often, and I'd tell Mom what was going on, which she doesn't understand what I'm saying. But then I'd be like, "They're losing."
What's
And
a noob combo?
Yeah, I'm like, "They're losing, Mom," and she'd be like, "Oh no!"
Dude, my friend, his dad was watching the stream. He would just text him like, "You're a disappointment." Just like my friend's like, "No, we have a chance of winning this next game." How? Like,
Oh man, Devin's hilarious.
yeah, no, Devin's an incredible
Friggin',
dude.
He's so funny. I'm really glad.
So is Breton. Breton's a quiet guy, but like when
Yeah.
he says something,
Oh yeah.
just like stitches everywhere. Oh man.
I just love Devin's like the sounds
slurp
he makes.
That was that's an old story. Devin and I went to church together, and we have literally thousands of stories of different dumb things we did. One was we were making jokes about some guy when we were like driving down a highway. We looked over and there's some guy like eating a plate of eggs. And we were just like, how do you drive and do that? It's like, oh, you just like lick up the eggs, and just Devin's like, and just like sticking his tongue out, like sucking it back in quickly. And that just become our new noise of just like, all right, you guys, time to rip these kids.
It's such a good chirp for like your opponents.
Did you see what they? So I put that picture. So when we knew we were losing really bad, we decided to change all our gamer tags, little tags to just took no. That was
That was
Randall's team.
Okay.
No, we changed our tags to just took some Addy. And I
Yeah.
took a picture of it and posted it on Twitter. And one of the guys from Twitter are like, keep it classy, Calgary. Keep it classy.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
like, oh, that's classic. Oh, that's so
Awesome.
funny.
Your plate of eggs story reminded me of a story that I heard on a podcast recently.
Okay.
Have you guys ever listened to the podcast Hello Internet?
No.
I'm familiar with
think
it,
I've
but I've
heard of
never
it,
listened to it.
Yeah, it's Brady Heron and CGP Grey, sciencey dudes on YouTube. And CGP Grey is kind of like a robot man. Like he doesn't do social interaction very well. So one time he was at a place and he was eating a burger, and he doesn't like sloppy buns. So like they'll load up the bun with like all sorts of condiments and stuff. And he's just like, you know what? I don't really need the bun, so I'll take the top bun off and I'll cut up the hamburger and use the bottom bun as sort of a plate, and he'll eat it like that. So it's a really weird way to eat his burger. So he eats the burger and he's done, and he's just left with these two sloppy buns on his plate. And some dude is sitting near him, and he's like, "Hey, are you gonna eat those?" And Grady's just like, and he's stuck in this moment. He's just like, I don't know what to do, but my default action is to be nice. So I said, yeah, absolutely. And he gave his sloppy buns to just some dude who ate them. And he's just like, looking back, if this ever happened to me again, I would absolutely say no. He's like, no, I paid for those buns. I can do with them what I want, kind of thing. I just thought it was a really funny story.
I heard this great story of the Kinda Funny guys on YouTube. Their channel's called Kinda Funny, not just... You know, some people are kind of funny on YouTube. I saw once.
Greg Miller.
Yeah, Greg Miller, Nick Scarpino, and Tim Geddes.
Yeah.
So they went to see 50 Shades of Grey when it came out, and it was great because like I think initially none of them were gonna go see it, and then Tim got invited by like 10 friends of his who were all girls, and he's just like, "All right, well, I'm down. Greg, Nick, want to come with?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So they all sit and like they get to the theater, and it's like a group of 13, and it's kind of tough finding seats for 13 altogether, except for the very front row.
Yeah.
So they all sit there, and Nick's like, "I'm not doing that. I'm going to the back by myself." So he's sitting in the back of the theater, sits down to some girl, in which case there's another couple there, and they're like, how'd she drag you to this? He's like, "No, I'm just here by myself." Like, best part is he ordered a hot dog to eat. Like, he doesn't like hot dog buns, so he only ate the wiener of the hot dog. Just sitting there with an empty hot dog bun for the rest of the movie. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They leave the movie. They're all talking about like in front of the theater, and Nick is just standing there. He looks across the street. He's like, "Yo, they got Burger King." Goes, grabs Burger King, comes back with like 3 bags, all for himself. He's like, "Catch you guys later," and just leaves.
If
So
you had to
funny,
rate
dude.
like fast food burgers on like the top 5, what would your
Oh, top 5's asking a
Well,
lot.
fast food.
I don't know. I try to avoid fast food where I can, unless it's Five Guys.
Yeah,
in which
I was
case I'm
actually gonna
always
say
down.
my
They're
number
good.
1 is Five Guys.
Five Guys is good. No, I actually really like the burger at Denny's. To
Really?
be honest, building my own burger at
Is
Denny's.
it Denny's burger considered fast food?
Have you had fast food like
Have you had-
McDonald's, Wendy's?
Oh yeah, I've had.
So if you had to
McDonald's,
name your
Wendy's,
top
all-
5, including like Five Guys,
Are you talking about top 5 burgers or burger
burgers,
places?
fast food burgers.
Ooh, man.
I think
Okay. So like not like a pub burger.
no,
Okay.
because that's not
I
fair.
like-
Like, because there are some really good burger places, but it's like you're sitting down dining. You're not trying to
Yeah.
get in there, get your burger, and get out.
Yeah. I like Well, top 5 for fast food. Wendy's Baconators in there.
Ooh,
Oh,
Bacon Deluxe is way better. It's
really?
underrated, but the Bacon Deluxe, yeah.
Oh.
It's sick.
I'm very basic. I get
Maybe Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. but-
Thank you. That's what I get every time at Wendy's.
Well, there
It's
you go.
my number 2.
Yeah,
It goes Five Guys, the Wendy's
JBC's,
Junior.
yeah. They're awesome too because you can just go
Mine's-
buy like 6 or 7 of them,
They're so
and
good.
then just like pass them to friends. Like, yo, dude, we're all having JBC's tonight. What
Yeah,
up?
Yeah, they're basic, but they're so good.
You'll have to expose me to this. I haven't eaten yet, so I may go.
Dude,
do
yeah,
that.
I'll go. I'll buy a JBC myself. Let's
Yeah.
go.
All right.
Cheap. They're like $1.89 or something like that.
What?
Like they're small burgers.
Yeah, they're not like a bacon.
So that's like you buy 2, 3, or 4, and
Almost like a slider.
Sure.
You ever had sliders?
No.
It's like.
Well,
it's a
I know
mini
what they
burger.
are. I've just never.
Okay.
Sorry, we're not all. We don't always just go sit down at fancy restaurants and
There used to
order
be this woman that she didn't live on our street, but she'd park in front of her house and just eat burgers in her car.
Really?
Yeah, and
I
one
recorded it.
because I'd see her car every so often, just see her like eating really low down in her seat,
Yeah.
like to not be seen. And this one time I was walking towards her car and we made eye contact as she's mid burger, and it was like I haven't seen her since.
You could be still eating that burger.
She's
to
telling
this day.
everybody she's a
Who knows?
vegetarian, and she's like, right before she gets home, she has like 10 cheeseburgers.
Double quarter pounder and cheese from McDonald's is very good. I also
Yeah,
like
I
Big
those
Macs.
too.
I usually get the just bacon McDouble dressed as a Mac.
I can't say I've ever had the privilege of trying it, but
I
it sounds good.
would highly recommend it. Or the McGangbang,
Oh, I've heard of this.
or other name McChurger.
McChurger?
I've never heard that.
Okay, the McChurger or the McGangbang, they're the same thing. It's basically when you get a junior chicken and a bacon McDouble, and you take the bread off and put them together, so you have a McChurger / McGangbang.
Are you sure? I've heard it called a McTrigger.
No, McChurger.
Oh, okay.
Never heard of the McChurger?
No.
We had this one. Okay, so when I lived in Red Deer and went to when I was doing electrical a lot out there was this one McDonald's. Like we did a whole community of their houses. Like I've done like 200 houses in this one community, and we always went to McDonald's. And we ordered the same thing every time. And finally, we just told the girl there, because it was the same girl every time. We're like, look, if we just call this the McChurger, will you understand what we're saying? She's like, oh, yeah. So we would go through the drive-thru and be like, hi, can we get 4 McChurgers, please? And the 4 of us would be sitting there. And, yeah, she would order and put, like, all the right stuff in. And we're like, this is amazing.
This is also not nice or not great. That the girl at McDonald's knows your order by a custom name.
It wasn't good. That was a lot
At least you're not the douche going up being like, can I get a McGangbang, please?
we thought about it, but we're like saying that into the thing. Like that's kind of, we're in a work truck. Let's kind of be somewhat good here.
I was like, I can't really eat McDonald's that often at all
I am so
anymore.
sorry.
I don't do it anymore.
Oh, dude, McDonald's is wonderful.
Like once a year is pushing it for me.
Now-
And like I had to have McDonald's recently in where did I have it? Rome. I had McDonald's in Rome. And let me tell you, their culture as far as fast food goes it's not fast. It's
Italy
like
is very like chill.
laid back.
Spain as well.
You've been to Italy.
Yes, Spain and Italy.
That's awesome.
It's so chill. Like you'll be
Yeah.
sitting there for dinner. Okay, how much of the like walking around did you do in Italy? Was it just Rome you guys went to?
Rome and
Florence?
Venice,
Oh,
not
Venice.
Florence.
You gotta recommend Florence.
Yeah, my mom has been
It's
to Florence
almost.
and she
I'm
recommended
almost want to say it's better than Rome.
it. Really?
Rome has the Colosseum, and that's like amazing and stuff. But like the whole city of Florence is still like when you're walking through the streets, it reminds you of like you're back in like Roman days.
Oh yeah, I need reminders of that occasionally.
Well, you never know when you want to go and like be a part of the crusade or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, just the streets. Like they still have like the bridges full of like the markets and stuff. And it's like the old wooden buildings. It's just so cool. I loved it.
Curiosity, did you visit Florence before Assassin's Creed 2 or after Assassin's Creed 2? Or did you even play Assassin's Creed 2?
Oh,
It would've
I've played
been-
all the Assassin's
Yeah,
Creeds
okay.
other than the newest 2.
It It would have been after.
It would have been after.
Because
way after, yeah.
I don't know. I have this like nerdy thing where from walk through a place and like it reminds me of a video game. It just like weirds me out. I think it's cool, but
that's
so
one
it's
reason
a
why
thing
I
of-
love it, like Italy and stuff, is because of like Assassin's Creed and that. But I've always loved history, and Italy is so full of it, and like it just walking through that compared to like downtown Calgary is just, it's completely different, and it's amazing.
It was cool when like we were doing a tour of the Colosseum and the called Roman. It's right beside the Colosseum.
Yeah.
It's not the Senate. It's Forum, the Roman Forum, I think it's called. We were walking through, and this is basically like the Hollywood of Italy, and like we're walking through, and the tour guide's just like, so if you stop right here, and we just stopped like in the middle of the pathway, there's really nothing to see there. There's a few trees, whatever. She's like, it's predicted that this incredibly important senator was murdered like in the middle of the day right here on these cobblestones, and these are original cobblestones, like his blood is still here kind of thing. Like we're like, oh,
Okay.
that's interesting. Like, but yeah, so when we were in Rome getting McDonald's, we had a tour of the Vatican City at like 9 a.m. and we hopped in the cab at 8:30, and we're like, it only takes 15 minutes to get there, it's plenty of time, we'll be there early. And then we're Sarah's mom, it was me, Sarah, and her mom, and she's just like, I'm really hungry and I really want McDonald's. So we tell the cab driver, hey, can you stop at a McDonald's on the way? And they don't have any drive-thrus or anything there. So he's like, yeah, no problem. So we stop. He obviously assumed we were American. So we hop into the McDonald's, we order the food. It takes like 15 minutes. So now it's 9 o'clock when we're back in our cab. We didn't have that far to go, just another 5 minutes. He rushes us in there. We're like sprinting up to this like meeting point for the tour with our bags of McDonald's, and she's like handing us, because it was so busy and so loud that we had to have headsets, and the tour guide had a microphone, and they're like handing us all this equipment, getting us set up, and we're wolfing down breakfast sandwiches and such like that, and like chugging coffee and stuff like that.
You can't bring anything into the Vatican City.
No, you can't bring anything in, and like, yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, another great place, which I think we talked about, was Pompeii.
Oh, I would love to see Pompeii.
I don't know if I told you this, but it's my favorite part of Pompeii, other than the actual history and stuff. It's part of history is the dick-shaped rocks all the way through the trail. No, literally. So they carved dicks into stone and put them in the path, and if you followed the dicks, it will take you to prostitute. Yeah, brothel.
I did know about this actually. Yes.
It is amazing. Like literally, like they are like what 10-year-olds drew on their books, carved out dicks, and you just follow them, and you're like, sweet, I'm going to sex.
Well, that's awesome.
I'm going to sex.
And I don't know if you've seen the images, but there's a bridge in London that the railway along it has these almost Trinity-style holes in the railing. So it's just like 3 circles in a triangle, essentially, all connected. Almost like a triple Venn diagram. But the shadow that it casts looks like a dick. It looks like a cock and balls. And as the sun goes down, they just get longer and longer. And while we were in London, we crossed this bridge, and I noticed it, and I'm like, no fucking way. I didn't know that was right here. Like, I'd seen images on internet and stuff, but never actually knew where it was, and I encountered it firsthand. These dicks on the ground, and I pointed them out to Sarah. I'm like, check it out.
No, it was hilarious. Like, and like we actually went into one of the brothels that they like uncovered, and like had the original paintings and stuff, and like
I thought you were gonna say original prostitutes.
no, but like
they're frozen solid.
No, but we got to see the prostitutes, because the prostitutes were painted above their rooms in their favorite position.
That's hysterical.
So you didn't only get to pick your prostitute, but if you're like, yo, I like that doggy style, you'd be like, okay, she's good at it.
You like that doggy style.
Whoa, that's efficient.
Yeah, I know, right?
You got a pathway to the brothel. You get like a menu.
Yeah, it was insane. It was the best brothel menu I've ever seen.
How many have you seen?
That's the only one.
And
other than Pornhub, but that's completely different.
The category drop-down menu. God damn.
I wonder if there's a drop-down menu for Italian brothel in Pornhub.
I'm looking it up right now.
Okay.
Vent.
Viewer discretion is advised.
We're explicit.
Yeah, what you're about to see. Hold on. Let me go to incognito mode.
Don't be a chump. Incognito modes for quitters.
Sarah later, just like, hey, can I see your phone? What were you looking up here about Italian brothels?
I'll just read off the title of the first few results.
So you just see Pornhub searched.
Well, it auto searched to the closest thing, which was Italian hooker. Evil angel Italian hooker picked up and butt fucked. I'm not going any farther because the thumbnails are like doing a preview, and I'm watching porn on the podcast right now. I'm not going any farther. God.
Glad I could be here.
Yeah, no, this has been a good episode so far. We should play Safe Word, though. So, for those who don't know, Safe Word's part of the show where we go onto urbandictionary.com and we take a few of their entries and we give our best shot at defining them. I've got words this week.
That was a good question. I'm like, Alex usually gets these. Did you remember?
Your first word this week is bird dog. What is bird dog? What does it mean? What does it believe in?
Can you use it in a sentence?
Okay,
so it's a noun.
So a bird dog is when have you guys ever seen the videos online of like a soldier returns home and it's been like 3 years and the dog's still super excited, like jumps into his arms? That's a bird dog.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lies in you and just super happy.
Back to Pornhub. It's
When
when
you
it's when
pick
they're
up an
going
Italian
doggy,
hooker.
It's when they're going doggy style, and the guy's about to like finish, and he's just like, "Ka!" and spreads his arms wide, and he's just like
spread
yeah,
eagle?
like an eagle. Yeah,
Man,
he's
okay.
He's bird dogging it.
I see. Take your time. Even if there's like a huge silence, I can remove it. So
Yeah, okay.
just don't pull a Rudy and pass. Bird dog.
I'm going to say it's a lot like what Steven said.
Okay.
Is so excited it eats the pet bird.
Okay.
So happy to see you. Get this bird out of the way so you don't spend time with it.
Yeah, there you go. That's it.
I think Steven could get behind the murder of birds.
What
Chicken.
You've told the story of Jumbo
On
the podcast, I think.
think so. It was a bird that fell in bleach and became disabled because of it. And it's really funny.
It doesn't sound funny, but trust me, it's
Well, like,
really funny.
it was a really big bird, which is why I got the name Jumbo. It's like a little budgie, but it's like the chubbiest budgie you've ever seen. And it couldn't fly, and so it would just sit on my sister. My sister worked at a pet store, and I would sit on my sister's shoulder, and just whenever it got tired, it would just be like, "I'm done sitting here," just fall off. And so my sister was cleaning side one day, and he's like, "I'm tired of sitting here," and just
Right into the bleach.
Oh my gosh.
So they couldn't sell it anymore. So my sister had to take it home and take care of it. To sleep, it would hang upside down like a bat. She had to bake it special muffins to feed it because it couldn't eat normal bird food.
I feel like this could be a cartoon.
Yeah, I feel like there's a few more, but
It just sounds like a cartoon.
If anybody ever listens to this and makes this like fan art, could you make like a little comic book strip of this, please?
Yeah.
That would,
I
I would
pay
pay
for
for
that.
that. I'm not going to.
Jumbo
but
the Tubby Budgie.
The Pudgy
Yeah.
Budgy.
Budgie Budgie. That's
Jumbo,
good.
the pudgy budgie.
Man. Okay, well. It really is a guy who's primarily interested in romancing other people's girlfriends. Apparently there is a Everly Brothers song from the 1950s that immortalized this saying. Quote lyrics, "Hey bird dog, lay off of my quail. Hey bird dog, go chase your own tail." So,
I'd say I'm the closest.
Hey.
in a way, your next word, if you choose to accept it, is Doormy. Dormy.
Quick question. What was that guy's name? Oh, never mind. I got it. It just came.
Okay. I have an idea. It's like the term "beer me," except with a door.
Just quick, give me a door.
And then they just throw a door at you.
It's almost like if you've left the house and you forgot to close the door,
Yeah.
the person behind you say, "Yo, Doormy," and they'll go back and close the door.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, if Harry Potter, the little like Dobby, yeah,
whatever
Dobby.
his name is.
Well, it's his special brother who just opens doors.
That was my first.
I know,
thought, too.
right?
Okay. Opens doors like it's Monsters Inc. or something?
No,
or?
like opens doors like that's all it can do, and that's what the masters have told it to do. His name is Doormy,
I see.
and that's what they say, Doormy.
Doorman.
And he opens the door. Yeah.
Spencer's
sense.
close, and that is Dobby's brother, but it was Dobby's stillborn brother who's dormant.
What the fuck?
This is why Dobby's always so sad.
His dormant
man.
twin brother, Doormy.
Oh no. Oh man.
Imagine if you guys ever seen the video of oh man, this is a classic video. It was some like little girl who found like a dead squirrel, and she's like, "This is gonna be my new pet." So she puts like a leash on it and like drags it home. And she's like,
my
"You guys
God.
check it out." They're like, "That thing's disease infested. Like, get rid of it." I imagine the same thing. Like Dobby's like dragging his twin brother out. Like, it's Doormy.
when he comes free, Dobby's free.
When I was like 10 years old, near Stephen and I's old high school, there was a ton of like prairie dogs and prairie dog holes and stuff. I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and to protect him, we will refer to him as Doug. He's just like, "Yo, have you ever snared a gopher before?" These weren't gophers, they were prairie dogs, but he called them gophers. I'm like, "No, I don't know what that means." He's like, "Yo, you take a piece of twine and you tie it in a noose and you put it around their hole, and when they pop their head up, you like pull on it and it strangles them." And I'm like, "Whoa, that's cool," because I was 10 years old, right? And he's like, "Yo, you want to go do it?" I'm like, "Sure." So we rode our bikes out there, and he set it up, and we waited for like an hour and a half or something, and nothing happened. I'm like, "Okay, I'm bored. Let's go do something else." He's like, "Fine." So we left, and we found a pre-snared gopher, like a gopher that had been snared with a piece of twine or rope or something, and it was just laying there dead. And he's like, "Yo, score!" So I'm like, "Oh man, that's gross." So he decided to take it, tie the other end of the string to the back of his bike, and then we rode around for the rest of the day with a gopher trailing behind him. Like, at one point, we went over a bus trap, and after that point, the gopher was no longer with us. It got caught or something, and like left behind.
Dude,
It was
a lot
horrible.
of messed up things have happened to wildlife in that field.
Especially by 10-year-olds. Like,
We found, I would have been in junior high, somebody caught one and curb stomped it.
oh,
That's horrible.
And needless to say, we're all a bunch of kids. We're like, excellent.
In high school, I used to work. This is quick. I used to work at a pet supply store, and every time there was a mouse, the boss would like pin it somewhere and stomp on his foot on it and like pop its head.
Oh, man.
Gross.
When we used to go camping in Drumheller, my dad once set us up to go gopher fishing, which we would get a fishing rod and one little weight and a hook with a piece of cheese on it, and we'd throw it into the field. Slowly, like, reel it in.
Yeah.
We never caught one.
Oh.
But, yeah, that was gopher fishing. Another time we tried to catch squirrels. Have you ever seen like the traps where you put a plastic bag on top of a stump, fill it with peanuts, and then you have a rope that goes like over one like stick or branch.
Oh.
And then you hold it and sit, and over my dad and everybody's drinking beer. Then a squirrel tries to jump in to grab the nuts, and when you pull on it, it closes the bag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did that, and we almost caught a squirrel. It shot through the bag about 10 feet in the air, caught a branch above it, and bolted.
Oh my
It is
God.
the highest I've ever seen something jump. I don't know if it was
squirrels, man.
it helped because like us pulling the rope, it like kind of pushed it up like a parachute.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was. I don't even know if you want to put all this in. Maybe edit this out.
We don't condone animal cruelty,
No,
but we've experienced it.
firsthand.
Everybody guessed what a dormy is?
I think so.
One that resides in a dormitory at a college or university.
Oh.
Commonly a mama's boy or a pansy, since they purposefully condemn themselves to a tiny cinder block room with a complete stranger instead of venturing off on their own. They poop where they sleep and eat cafeteria food 3 times a day.
They're kind of like Dobby and his brother.
Doormy. Okay, so that's Doormy.
That's gonna be fan art someday too.
Oh God.
Oh gosh.
I don't want to see that fan art.
No.
Next word, shelf friend. Might be a little bit easier.
I think it's just a friend that you put on hold until, like, if your other friends are busy, like your real friends are busy, you go
Okay.
back to this friend.
Okay.
because- Yeah.
I'm gonna say sugar. Just sugar. That's what you call it. My shelf friend. Because it's there. It's always there.
Dude,
you
that's
put
fucking
it in your
coffee for me.
coffee. I know some people like put it on certain types of cereal, like Rice Krispies. I've seen people put it on.
Yeah.
But it's your shelf friend, sugar.
I thought you were gonna go to like somebody has a drug problem and they have their shelf friend.
I mean, it's whatever you love and like put on everything. So it could be ketchup, it could be sugar, salt,
Could
and
be
pepper.
Adderall.
Potato chips.
It could be Adderall. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's whatever like you enjoy and is just always there to put on your food or in your mouth in case you're sleeping and want to wake up.
What do you enjoy in your mouth, Stephen?
Junior bacon cheeseburgers.
Dormy.
Doormy.
God damn, dude.
For some reason, I pictured you having like a foot fetish with Dormy and that was you putting his foot in your mouth.
I would not be surprised.
Oh.
Okay.
I'd be slightly
I
surprised.
apologize.
Shelf friend.
Shelf friend.
All right. Have you guys ever heard of people who will park if they see another car of the same type of theirs in a parking lot? They like to park next to them.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
oh, like my car has a friend. Then, this thing where like you have this item on your shelf and like, oh, I need something to match it, so like it has a shelf friend. So like you have this Mickey Mouse plush or something. It's like, oh, it needs a Minnie Mouse to accompany it. So
That's like some Bob Ross shit right there.
And
He always draws us.
let's put that happy little tree next to that happy little tree.
He'll draw trees next to each other so that they
They
have a friend,
friends.
so that they're not alone,
Yeah.
which is like beautiful and also like depressing.
I think that's
shelf-
what Bob Ross stands for. Beautiful but depressing. I mean, look at that hair.
Dude, Bob Ross is the
He's
shit.
the goat.
Puts me to sleep. He's the father of ASMR.
I guess, yeah.
Many people credit him with starting the ASMR trend. Mason, you nailed it.
Really?
Yeah, you got it
There
right.
you go.
It's
Show
when
off.
you become an option. You're not first pick of friends, or when your friend starts putting you on the shelf until they have no other people to hang out with.
I make a very good shelf friend.
Do you?
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
I know.
Too bad Bob Ross is dead. He's been your friend.
You would have drawn me a friend.
here's Doormy.
Fuck. That's it. That's it.
I
That's
have
all the safe
one.
words.
I don't know if I shared it with you guys before. I don't think I shared it on the show, but laugh.
Bring it up. We'll take a look. In the meantime, you know how much I have issues with ukulele.
Yes.
Well, now it's not ukulele's fault, but I'm having more issues because I recorded a stream and I'm trying to edit it in Vegas, and all of my footage has gone distorted and black.
I think that happened to me when I first started recording with Vegas. Something happened, and honestly, I just had to like basically delete my recording and like start again. It was something when I actually put the recording onto Vegas, something happened and it just didn't record it properly.
Oh, so the import of the media went wrong?
Yeah,
Oh, well, I've already put like 3 hours of editing into this thing,
yeah,
so.
it's
you
very
put 3 hours of editing into a black video.
Well, it wasn't black at first. It was perfectly visible, and then it slowly.
It had
died.
color, but then he did Bob Ross and said, oh, "I just need some more friends."
Spencer's stream is legitimately awesome.
It is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
He just recently had a bit of a. He got more viewers recently than he was getting like even just 2 weeks ago.
that. Yeah,
He popped off a little bit, and I was like, yeah, good for him. He's putting in work.
it's a long grind.
Why don't you tell it to his face?
He did. Twitter.
And just now.
And right now.
And right now.
That's good. How many viewers are you getting per stream? Roughly
Right now it's actually like, so I had a really high day the other day when he was in, and it was like my max was 15, I think.
Not bad.
And that was for like an hour that it stayed 15, and then it like kind of drifted to like 10 for another 2 hours, which was really good. I was really happy with it. Lately though, I'm like sitting around 5, which is nice because it's more is always nice, but like it's nice to see it go from like, it used to be like myself, Silos, or Steven, and like my other friend Jason, who would pop in and it'd be like the 3 of us. But it's kind of slowly like more people, different people are coming in and staying, so it's cool.
When I finished editing last week's podcast, I'm like, all right, that's done. What's going on? And I saw you had tweeted a while ago or whatever about you were streaming. I'm like, oh, I'll pop in. I popped in and I watched like half of your final round, and you're like, well, this isn't going well. I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody.
I hate that game.
Yeah.
Golf with friends?
No, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to, because I wanted something to grind.
Yeah.
And
Halo.
I know, but I hate unhooking a system. Like if I'm gonna, like I had already started playing Call of Duty with like people earlier,
Yeah.
and so I didn't want to like unhook because I don't have a like HDMI splitter right now. So like I didn't want to have to unhook all my PS4 and hook up my Xbox. So I was like, oh, I'll just play some like pubs. I like got into it, and somebody was just like playing like completely annoying.
I should give you a warning. If the HDMI splitter I got was one you were thinking of, that's a different type of HDMI splitter.
Which one?
Mine's one input to 2 outputs. It's not multiple inputs to like one output. You could like switch between them.
I want
1 input, 2 outputs, or the other one.
2 input.
We have that here with like component for all the old systems.
Yeah,
but
I want
it doesn't work.
2 inputs to 1 output.
Okay, then don't get the one I got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why do you want 2 outputs to 1 input?
Because the specific one I got lets me bypass HDCP.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
like that.
awesome.
I like that. I just don't. I'm trying to think of why. You would want.
What's HDPC?
HDCP. It's pretty much a protection to prevent you from recording video that they don't want you recording.
Oh, okay.
So for certain,
When I stream on my PS4, like anything, I have to disable it. So I can't watch when it's disabled. I can't watch any type of movie on my.
Oh.
I can't watch Netflix. I can't basically anything that would be copyright content like movies. I can't watch while that HDCP is disabled.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just a security measure.
So for PlayStation TVs, a little device Sony made a few years ago that didn't really take off. They put HDCP on everything you tried to do. So any games you try to record with it just don't work unless you have a way to remove it. So that's what the splitter was for.
Yeah. But why 2 output or 2 input? Or wait.
1 input, 2 output?
Yeah.
So in theory, so then you could put your content on like 2 different screens. For me, it's just the fact that by using it, something within, like it's the type of HDMI within the device where they don't recognize HDCP. So just all that gets bypassed for me. So I don't actually use both outputs. I only use one.
Oh, okay.
So.
Interesting. Yeah, so I'll grab that one. Okay. I have my word. I don't remember if I showed it to you or not, but a dirty Chewbacca.
Jeez.
It's got to be something sexual. I don't see what else it could.
It
I
is.
recognize that.
I mean, it could be just.
You
a
guys are
dirty
familiar with
Chewbacca.
Bigfoot. He's a hairy fella.
Where?
Everywhere.
Okay. Clarifying.
A dirty Chewbacca is when specifically their rectum is super hairy.
A Bigfoot's rectum or some person?
It could be anyone. I was just using Bigfoot as a comparison because Bigfoot's a hairy fella.
Well, so is Chewbacca.
Yeah, so-
Yeah. Well, not everybody knows who
Bigfoot.
Chewbacca is.
If you don't know who Chewbacca is, that's a sad existence.
Anyway,
Google it.
so it's when you don't do a great job wiping either. And
It's just a hairy, shitty mess.
yeah.
Dingleberry
Yeah.
galore.
Maybe you do
Dingleberry
something
bush.
sexual to it. Maybe it just sits there and festers. I don't know.
Okay.
Doormy
Yeah. Anybody else?
would potentially have it.
We're all gonna look away from Steven right now. He's like overtired and thinking about weird shit. Like,
Oh, come on. Dirty Chewbacca. What else would that be?
I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
A dirty Chewbacca. It's a sex move, and
You say I'm gross.
it's when you guys ever hear of a her? You ever heard of a dirty Sanchez?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, it's like that, except while you're doing it, you're just going really loud.
Got it. Cool.
I'm gonna say it's when Chewbacca takes over for Han Solo in the lovemaking department for Leia.
Oh,
Jeez.
nice. I like it.
Does he ghost her?
Whatever he wants.
No, that's called Dirty Houdini. Or yeah.
Yeah, it's when Harrison Ford can't get it up, so he tags in Chewie.
Bye, Leia. I'm gonna go get milk from the store.
No, Chewie, not the left one, the right one.
Okay. Here's what it actually is.
Han Solo's a cuck.
When a girl
I can't
is,
believe you used that word.
Funny word.
when a girl is deep throating you and you pinch her nipples right as you come, her scream paired with the warm liquid and dick in her throat will produce a sound similar to Chewbacca's growl.
Oh my god. That's similar to the it was like, what was it? Something fire dragon. We covered this in a previous safe word, but you basically do the exact same thing, but it makes the warm liquid come out her nose.
Oh, that's a something
I love that you
dragon.
know
Yeah,
that.
something fire dragon.
What is that?
You're doing it, but you like tell her you have HIV or something.
Yeah, it blows out her nose.
Disgusting. We're
Oh.
horrible.
Snarling dragon.
I don't know.
That's what
Oh
it's
my
called.
gosh.
Okay. Well, I've gone through my list. What do you guys want to talk about?
Whatever. What? How's your day been?
Great. How's your day been?
Oh, you
Oh,
should
it
talk
was
about that
boring.
game you recorded on your channel. I can't remember what it was called. Kind of like Minecraft, but like.
Oh, Unturned, like one of the worst games ever made. I'm sorry, but it's free, so go get it on Steam if you want to die a little inside, because it's like Minecraft but not. I don't know. You can go watch the one video on my channel. It's
Like the
So
word.
what's wrong
Oh.
with it?
Okay, so like it's like you're in the zombie apocalypse, but everything's bricks, and you have to pretty much survive. So you have to find all this supplies and you have to craft things, but it doesn't really explain to you how to do it. And the zombies are really overpowered, so you get killed like after fighting one, and they're everywhere. So it's just not fun.
That was me in the early versions of Minecraft. Like I had no idea how to craft anything, and I played it on PC, so it was literally just use your intuition. And like I asked
Or
my brother, I'm
Google.
like, what? Or Google. But I asked my brother, I'm like, how do you make a pickaxe? He's like, what does a pickaxe look like? I'm like, I guess it's a stick with a T on it. He's like, there you go. And I made a pickaxe. I'm like, what else can I make like use to make a pickaxe?
With Minecraft, like children can figure it out.
Yeah.
But Unturned, it's like
Case in point, me.
it's so ridiculous. And I love games. I don't want to have to read instructions before playing a game. I like to be able to figure it out by myself. But this game, it was like, what is happening
Yeah.
right now? So
Did Alex tell you about the Minecraft server?
No, he didn't.
Okay, well, there's quite a.
I know of the server, but he didn't tell me
Yeah,
his experience.
well, it's supposed to be like. So basically, it's a way we can all make videos and stuff, and it's become quite a story plot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Little role play going on.
They
it's
rebuilt.
become role play. Yes,
They rebuilt the dick
Hi.
stones. Point towards the
Can
Italian
I tell
brothel.
you what happened? So me and Spencer are on this Minecraft server, and we started off on this, like, it's a randomly generated world.
Yeah.
So we started off on this tiny little island, and there's no like mainland in sight.
Yeah.
So we're like, great, we have like 10 by 10 blocks to live off of. There's one tree on an island in the distance, whatever. We spend hours using this one tree to make all the resources we need, and we grow
a forest
we have
on
everything.
the island.
We
Yeah.
managed to make this place livable, make this huge farm. You know, Alex jumps on. We're like, okay, great. You can go over. He goes to this one other little island. He starts digging. He's getting supplies, whatever. We're like, great. We're going to start off building us something so that when everyone gets on, we'll have stuff. So we're like, okay, Alex, we're going to go for dinner. We'll be back. Come back on. farm's destroyed. Everything in the boxes are stolen.
Yes.
And he's pimped out in all this, like, he has armor, he has all these weapons. I haven't even made a weapon yet in this game.
We were trying to be
all of a
peaceful.
sudden, I'm like, what the heck happened? And suddenly he just runs at me and starts killing me.
What?
And chasing me off the island. So
Yelling
I have to float
about
in the
that
middle
he
of
is the
ocean.
fire person. What is he's the fire tribe.
The Fire
Yeah, the
Nation.
Fire
Yeah,
Nation.
Fire Nation. And only the one true airbender can stop him or something like this. So I'm floating in the middle of the ocean. I'm like, Spencer, he's killing me. He's taking everything. Like, you need to get back here. I can't get back on the
And
island.
during
He's
all
gonna
this
kill
happening,
me.
I'm on a boat and I just found like the mainland. Like I'm like out of distance of them. They don't know, and I'm like getting like actual supplies, and I have like an iron axe, and that's all I have. She's like, he's killing me. I'm stuck on this boat. I can't get off this. Like, and she's like on one square, and he's like swimming out to her, fully dressed in armor. And in the game, they added so you can have shields, and he had like a shield and everything. Like he acted like he knew nothing, and then comes out and has like everything in the game. And we're like, oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you want to continue, or
Well,
That's basically.
no.
yeah,
So
Spencer,
basically,
yeah.
she's like that. I'm like, okay, I like hop in my boat, like come back, and Mason somehow got around him back on land and runs by me, and he's running after her, and I just like hit him with like 2 axe swings and kill him, and he destroyed everything and grabbed everything that he had, and he's like, I have been beaten. He's like, but I will get my revenge, and then logs off. And so then me and Mason are like, we're not staying here. So me and Mason have both like moved off of the island.
Well, don't tell it now. You'll give it away.
He knows.
He'll
He-
find you.
We're hidden, but
he has found the mainland too now. But
I couldn't.
but we
function
like
for the
we're like, screw this. I burnt down the forest on the island. I destroyed everything. We took everything off the island. We're like, if like you logged on and nobody was on, the island just looks like a battle zone. There's like an old like farm that has nothing on it. There's a half-built house that's like broken and has dirt in it. It's just like, wow. I built a wall across where his island was. And then like we're all on shore in like hidden houses, but like we didn't realize he had made it to land until like where my house was. He's on land somewhere, and we like find this sign, and we find this ladder, and he has this giant tree house on the top tower of the island that he's made. And so we made signs that were like the all-seeing eye can see you and all that. And then I'm like, shit, his house is literally, my house is in a mountain underneath his house. So I like packed all my stuff and have moved way out. And yeah, that's basically where we left it. I haven't been on in a couple of days.
That's pretty intense.
But like we're waiting for like everybody to get on because we don't know what's going to happen now.
Have you guys played much of Minecraft?
I've never beat the game.
Yeah.
I've played it, but like
I've beat it. I mean, you just kill the dragon and then
Yeah.
that's
Like,
the end, but, like,
roughly how many hours have you sank into that game?
probably over 100.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's a fun,
I used
just
to-
relaxing game, other than when people
Yeah,
are murdering.
Sure.
and slaughter.
Some days I'd go over to my other brother's house and we'd load up a mod that he found or
Yeah.
something, and we'd play it for like 8-9 hours straight.
Yeah, and like that's
Yeah.
the kind of plan of this is like we can
Yeah.
all do our own things, and then I can add mods to it later, like that give it so that we can have like wizard powers or like different types of expansions on the game,
Oh, yeah.
so that like everybody can kind of continue doing their own thing if they want to.
Yep.
But I thought it was a cool way for all of us to have content and possibly play together if everybody's on or some people are on.
I may jump on again. Minecraft, like, I haven't played it in a long time, and I know there's been several updates since I've played, but I beat it to a point that was just like, I can't do anything more.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no, unless you get DLCs and all this stuff, there's
Yeah.
no point.
Like, I will say I've never played adventure mode, so
Oh,
that
so
might be
you-
a cool thing for me to do in like a stream or something. But
Right.
regardless, yeah, I like, besides building what I want to build,
Yeah.
playing around with redstone, beating the ender dragon, stuff like that. It's all stuff I've been there, done that
Yeah.
kind of thing. But there's so much new stuff now that maybe it would be worth it getting back in, especially with a server going. So
Yeah, I just thought it was something to do. Honestly, it's relaxing.
I feel like this whole world's eventually gonna get filled with dicks.
Good.
It could.
we're gonna mod them in,
Yeah, and they're not even gonna be. They're gonna be round and everything. Just things.
as opposed to what?
What, like a giant
Squares?
ball?
Pixeled.
Like,
It's gonna be rounded. It's gonna be curved.
If it's far enough in the distance and big enough, it could look curved.
No, this one will be.
All right, well, we're pretty far along in the show, so do you guys have any last-minute stories or mentions or anything you want to get in there? We'll do plugs and stuff after, but stories that you can think of, you want to tell, that you were saving for this?
No, I think I got everything.
I just had a really good time.
Yeah, me
Thank
too.
you guys very much.
Good.
Steven is done. He is.
He's
ready to
like
go.
nodding away over there.
I actually just got a work call, so right after this, I'm going home to go back to work. So
What?
That blows,
Yeah.
dude.
Aw.
All right, well, we'll wrap up then. All right, so do you guys want to plug your YouTube channels? Mason, you go first.
I go to YouTube, type in Annjinarrow because I don't have a URL yet.
Oh, I know the feeling.
It's so sad. And again, that's ANNJINARROW. And I'm also on Twitter as that. So
Twitch
go
is
check
that.
it out.
Yeah, go follow her on Twitch, follow her on Twitter, and follow her on YouTube. Subscribe. And then Spencer?
Twitter is right now at JUS _Fragoute, capital F, capital G, with an E at the end of Fragoute.
Not complicated at all.
Not complicated at all. Twitch is twitch.tv/Fragoute with an E at the end. And YouTube is youtube.com/Fragoute with an E at the end. Thank you guys for having me on again. Always appreciate it. It's my third time. I think I'm the most. Have I been the
You're the
most known or the not most known? Been on the
Most frequent
Yes,
guest.
thank
most
you.
frequent non-standard guest.
non-standard guest. Very
Yeah.
nice. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Because we have a fairly large cast of people that will have
Yeah.
on,
Julian
Yeah.
might have him beat.
but- Julian?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
maybe Rudy.
Who knows?
Anyways, doesn't matter.
And yeah, thank you for coming out, Mason.
Thanks for having me.
Ton of fun. So that's it for the
What
show.
about your
Gravy
gravy
boat.
boat?
Forget about this thing all the time. Steven, you got one? Cause
Do any of our guests have one? Are you familiar with Gravy Boat?
Yeah, it's you guys have like a playlist of like
Yeah, we just like
songs
pimp
that aren't,
music.
Like, really
Yeah.
popular and stuff,
that's
right?
exactly what it is.
Yeah, I don't think I have one. I tried to find one last night because I thought, well, maybe I'm gonna be on the podcast soon. Got to do my research, but no, I didn't find one. So,
That's fine.
but I'll check out.
I don't
you
do
guys'
my
playlist you already have. So
Yeah, I don't do my research either before the show. So
I mean, maybe this episode just doesn't have one.
you could just stick
No,
one
we're doing one.
You could stick one of my videos in the in the playlist if you
What,
like.
wait, do you still have that video of your friend's music video?
No, we deleted all that after the cops.
Oh, you should say that story. About her first time trying to do
That was-
YouTube.
That was my second time trying to do YouTube because the first time I tried to do YouTube, I was going to do gaming, but then I stopped doing that because I didn't want to be loud in the house. And then the second time it was me and my friend doing we were doing stupid videos, whatever, and then we stopped because this girl called the cops on us for saying her name in a video.
whoa.
Yeah, which there was some drama between us and this girl, and I'm not going to say her name ever again because don't need that. But
We protect people's names by calling them Doug on this show.
okay, well, Doug, she called the cops because we made a video about how we met because we met through Doug. And then she called the cops saying we were bullying her, and so they looked at the videos, took our side, but I was so freaked out. I'm like, bye YouTube, never again. And
Oh,
yeah, so
that's intense.
yeah.
People are so really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one thing to do it if it's actual bullying, but it's just talk to me. You don't need to call the cops. Just
Yeah.
talk to me kind of thing.
I just call the cops.
Yeah.
Personally, to me, I'd go to being young. I'd go to my parents first, and usually your parents will talk to their parents or something if something's going on. Jump straight to the cops,
Got some gusto. How you doing over there, Steven?
I'm debating between a few people right now. I don't know.
Yeah? Well, maybe I should do our plugs while I'm waiting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so HastleCast plugs. So follow us on YouTube. We're HastleCast, HastleCast. And you should find us there. If you don't know our logo, just look at whatever thing you're looking at right now on your device. Follow us on Twitter, and we're also on Instagram and Snapchat. Everything's the same, HastleCast. We're also on iTunes and Google Play Music for those of you who listen audio. I can't believe I said that. I was gonna say for those of you who listen audio only, but that's all we produce. For those of you who don't want to go on YouTube and want to download it and listen to it later, and while you're on iTunes and Google Play, leave us a rating. As we've stated before, we are not a 1-star podcast, so do not give us 1 star. 2 is not acceptable either. Just give us.
Can
all
you
or
give half
nothing.
stars?
3 and up.
I don't know.
And try.
I'm
sorry, I
gonna-
didn't mean just half star.
5.5 out of 5, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I will follow you guys on Instagram right now.
There's
They
nothing
don't post
special.
anything.
It doesn't matter.
I'm
supporting
I
them.
support them on everything.
Alex
So-
takes
Yeah, I'd
pictures
say
of our
Spencer
set.
is the goat. Like
Oh, yeah.
he.
Oh yeah,
Good dude.
tell it to his face. No,
He did. Right now.
Alex, he'll take pictures of us while we're recording and put those on Instagram. That's basically it. The Snapchat is not very active. People told me I should do it, but busy, man.
Just to get the name, if anything.
Yeah,
So.
basically. It's just
I mean, I
placeholder.
guess the only thing you could do is like during recording, maybe during editing, like to make it relevant about HastleCast.
That's boring. Nobody wants to watch that.
I know. Nobody wants to watch anything.
But regardless, you come up with
Downer.
I think I came up with one.
Okay.
I don't know if this is necessarily his best song, but it's a good feel good song. He did a music video for it, and you can just kind of vibe with it. It's by a guy named Zed Tabani. ZAID space TABANI.
okay.
And the song is "It Feels Like 1994." And
But
yeah, I don't know.
how does that feel?
It apparently feels pretty good because the song's pretty nice and upbeat. Just him walking around like sunny California. Yeah, like saw people like, "Hey, can I rap to you for a minute? Just see if you like it or not."
Interesting.
Just has people kind of like grooving to his songs as he goes around.
Not bad.
Yeah,
like
Zed
your-
Tabani feels like 1994.
There you go. It's we'll put that in our playlist on our YouTube
What are
channel.
you doing your new YouTube?
Nothing yet. That's still a development. Still planning
My
that.
bad. Edit that out.
Okay. So yeah, while you're on your way to subscribe to our YouTube channel, drop by that playlist. It's called Gravy Boat, and it's just got all sorts of music in it. It's a pretty long list, so if you're looking for something new, something groovy, check it out. See if there's anything in there you like. It's a very wide variety of music now. So
I haven't looked at it since like the first
really,
song. Yeah.
I don't think I have looked at it since we started. So
I was gonna say, you're in charge of building that playlist, aren't you?
yeah,
There's several songs missing.
I will remedy that. Pretty sure I got this week's in.
You might have. Just last time I checked, it was like there's 25 songs and we've had 32 episodes.
Some of them you haven't done them though. There's quite a few that you haven't done.
Maybe some of the early
maybe
ones.
2 episodes.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I say by episode 0 was when we talked about Mama's Gravy,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what spearheaded it. That was episode 0.
Yeah.
Then every episode after that we had it. Maybe the spoiler cast we missed it. Other than that, I'm pretty sure we've had it every time.
Okay, I'll fix that. Anyway, that's it for the show. Thank you guys for coming and enjoying the evening.
Thanks for
It,
having
it
me.
actually is not boiling right now, so you don't hear the AC in the background.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's actually awesome. I was pleasantly surprised when I came in here.
Other than
Okay.
the smoke.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's like freaking fire all over the place, ash burning.
There's fire.
It's
We're in hell.
we are in hell.
The fire
so-
is no longer just on the dance floor.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody call 911. All right, that's it. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Ben.
Bye.